Okay. Now we're
Sure, why not?
recording. Oh my gosh, it's a rando.
You can ask questions if you want to.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
great.
didn't ask anyone you could have sent them. Anyways, so every interview we're just gonna I have to ask the ones that people actually asked, and of course somebody asked what's the origin of your username.
Well, honestly, let me think. I think I made this username a long time ago. When I was really young. I think I was trying to have it be the name of my favorite Pokemon move at the time, which was it was something. I think it was Zap Cannon, but I couldn't remember it, so I wrote down Shock Cannon, and so that's
Wow,
how I got that name.
that's I was thinking it was more something to do with just your abrasive nature.
No, I just misremembered Zap Cannon, the Pokemon move.
All
So
right. Well,
now I'm stuck with it.
well, you're not stuck with it. You could always change it. There's some people that change their name like 5 times.
Yeah, but I lose my count.
Yeah. Especially because Zan's never going to rename it. Um, and it's the same person asked, what is the point of the continuous trash talking? Boosting your confidence level?
I don't know. I think it's just I like to say facts.
Uh-huh.
I like to speak facts.
Just speaking the truth. Yeah, I when I was reading through your post history, like you don't actually trash talk on the forum that much. It's more just you come into chat, and in chat you might as well, like, what's the point?
I just monologue in chat a lot. A lot of
Yeah,
times, if you join in the middle of the day, it'll just be my text on the entire screen.
telling the truth.
Fun times.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put this. I tried to like organize notes, and it turns out VS Code is not a note taking. There we go. So yeah, because you were talking about like how you don't dedicate time to stuff you can't accomplish, and like because a lot of people think you're just trash talking, but I think you're actually like you do think you're like really good.
I mean, think is an understatement, but sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I know I'm the best.
Yeah, and early on you okay because you like you were excited to like go against Camphor because you thought that would be like a good learning experience and everything.
Oh yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I had bad RNG that day, but
It's elements.
it was worth it. It was worth
Isn't
it.
that every day?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, today was kind of rough. I played some. What's his name? Zozo. Is this Sozo? I
Yeah,
don't know how to pronounce his name.
So
his
Anyways,
decks were kind of bad. Your decks were bad too.
He got pretty lucky. I mean,
Your
I
ammo
played
rush
an
was
ammo
terrible.
deck.
You need to learn how to build an ammo deck.
My ammo deck was fine. I just didn't draw Lava Golem, so
That's
No,
why
what
you
need to
play
do is do
Minor
like I did,
Phoenix.
and play an Immo deck without any
no,
Earth
no. Minor Phoenix is
or Earth Mark.
Minor Phoenix is kind of garbage. I'm gonna be honest.
Wow.
My,
That's like
trust me.
what?
Trust me, my ammo deck was perfect. I got my Discord out turn 2. I had my emmos. I had my whatever the stupid ray of light
Photon.
unupgraded is photon, and I didn't draw my first lava golem until turn 15 or something like that, or 15.
Wow.
So can't win with luck like that.
So the same person also asked, which elements creature are you?
Which elements? Probably I don't know. Maybe singularity. Does that fit?
it's not a creature.
It's a creature.
It's a creature.
Is it?
I was thinking Phoenix
Phoenix.
because you keep losing, but no matter how much you lose, you're still gonna say you're winning.
Ooh, that's rough. But
Yeah.
I would have gone with Photon.
I should have gone with Minor Phoenix, really.
ooh, weak disc, but I'll take it.
But that's the last question from this person is: will you be trialing for fire or time?
I'll keep that a secret.
Yeah.
But I did make a promise to somebody, so I'm going to stick to that promise.
You did you promise Danny that you were gonna trial for fire?
I did. Well, I guess it's released.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's fire then.
I think you could get Root to go for time. Why take it to Root's place? Why not get Root to come to you, right?
I don't know. I plan on because then people complain. Like he wasn't playing his element.
Root's every element. Like.
No, I want to take him at fire. I'm actually planning on not banning anything against him in the trials match. Also.
You should, yeah. He would agree to it, like to not ban against you and you not ban against him. Then you pull
No,
one
I'll let
fast
him
one
ban
on
against
him.
me,
Oh my gosh!
and I'll still beat him.
You see, this is where it's
He needs a handicap.
okay.
From
Just
me.
because you're the whole point of being the best is like going up to like a 55 to 60% win rate here. So like as soon as you start giving advantages to people who are also playing at the top, like that's when you move your like being like a 52% win rate to like a 48 or whatever, and you lose. Like you have to take
That's how I know
every
I am
edge.
the best.
Oh my gosh!
I give all the advantages, and I still win.
All right. So the submachine. Who do you think asked all those 4 questions?
Who do I think asked? There's a lot of players.
Who's the only person who
give me
bothers
like,
asking?
I don't know. Give me like 6 names, and I'll pick one.
6 names.
That it
No,
could
man.
be.
You play with this guy all the time.
Oh, I play this Immortal Feud.
Nah, it was Wyand. Wyand just asks all these
That
questions.
was Wyand. Oh, it would be Wyand.
Yeah, it
he
would
would
be.
ask.
Submachine's the type to ask like, what do you think of Anelli?
I've never really talked to her.
I know, that's what I
did
figured.
talk
Like,
to her once. Actually, I did talk to her.
yeah.
I PM'd her in the chat when she was around for war, and I told her to rickroll Kempfer in their secret time chat, and she said no.
Wow.
So I would say she's a no fun girl.
I would think what
That's
more
no fun.
interested like what it was like going through war with a GIF bot.
Oh, actually, she used, first of all, it's GIF. Second of all, she used 0 of them in her chat, which was
wow. That's
crazy.
kind of letting down.
She's low-key kind of passive-aggressive, or maybe that's just how she talks. I can't really tell.
The only thing Danny ever did would I'd be in chat, and then Danny would start messaging me, being like, what type of arena deck can I build with this card? And then I'd be like, you could build this deck, and she's like, can you give me code? And I'm like, what? And I'd be like, okay, like
She
here's
did that to me once.
Here's the code for like how to do chaos worms. It's like what the hell is this person just like? And then she wouldn't talk to me, and like a week later she'd be asking me for a deck again. It's like am I just like a arena deck like machine? Like what is the hell is this? I felt exploited,
Yeah, I think she's bad at making arena decks, but there'd be a lot of times in war where I would I'd show her a deck. I'd be like, hey, you think this works against whatever, like darkness? And she'd be like, sure, whatever you want. That's like what she would say, and that'd be it. I'd be like, okay. But
how supportive.
Yeah,
like
definitely likes monos and meta decks. Meta monos, like that's the way she goes.
Yeah. But in a tournament she just played like mono life against me. So how do you how much did you were you guys testing your decks?
I don't know, a decent amount. Not a lot, not a little.
Like you think you're the best or whatever, but do you test your decks, or you're just like, I want to use this card and I'm gonna be cool and use it? Like,
I mean, it depends if I'm speed building or not. War, I didn't really. I mean, War actually did speed build some decks. I mean, you can't really speed build, but kinda you can.
WW3.
Yeah, I honestly speed build more than he did during War. I cut some deadlines really close.
And you were making new decks. He was just copy pasting.
Yeah, I was making new decks. I don't know. I did testing against matchups where I had a deck I wasn't sure how it would do against certain decks.
Right. So you just kind of look at 2 decks and you feel like you know.
Yeah, I feel like I know usually, but there's some decks I test.
And you talked a lot about using the simulator.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know they say simulator AI doesn't play great, but for a majority of decks, okay, honestly, it might. I do make a lot of misplays, but for most decks, simulator AI will not misplay almost at all, and so I think it's reliable data for a lot of decks.
I'd agree to that.
And so people like really discount the stats, but if you're putting 2 decks in simulator, and one's winning 80% of the time, even with like misplays, you can be pretty confident that deck's gonna win. So yeah, I use simulator for almost every single one of my decks.
And so like, would you say Danny's the funnest person to play with, like games?
Oh, she makes good banter when if you chat with her in game.
Yeah, so that's kind of what you want out of it, because yeah, that's Masterbox wanted to know who's the most fun player to play with, and also like your the least fun. Yeah, is there anyone like you don't enjoy playing against?
Not really. Oh, actually, hold on. There's rule sets I don't like playing against. Like Link Cat's rule set against me in my gauntlet was complete garbage.
Hey, that's a great rule set. Okay.
No. That rule set was the worst rule set I've ever used. That might be worse.
Everyone but you and Wyand like the rule set.
How many people tested it who played it with you?
Like 6.
It's 60 card monos. It's literally who draws the right cards.
Yeah, with monos you don't even have a lot of like choice about it because the card pools are so small, and half the cards are garbage.
There were so many games I had against Link Cat where I was running 25 pillars in a 60 card deck, and I drew 1 pillar for the start.
Well, that's the problem with 60 cards deck is that like in a 30 card deck, if you get a bad draw, there's going to be correction where your draws become more consistent. Like you'll get what you didn't draw. But at 60 cards, if you can get a bad draw and then like the correction just won't hit in time anyways. So it's like that's what the whole consistency issue there.
Okay, I just want to say something real quick. Right after you said that, in the last game we played, I had a 1 pillar draw and won that game.
Well, you dropped pillars after that. I had a 1 pillar draw too, didn't I?
No, not in the last game. You had like 4.
Well, that was 1 game.
So is Entropy still your least favorite?
Least favorite? Let me think.
You were complaining about Entropy being just random for the sake of randomness, and like, and how you didn't like that. Like you didn't like the only thing you liked about Entropy was like singularity, and like.
Honestly, yeah, Entropy's pretty garbage. Like, let's see. Oh yeah, Pandemonium, terrible card.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Actually,
Pandemonium is great.
Actually, Entropy has like 2 good cards. I would say Dissipation Shield's pretty good, and I would say Chaos Power is pretty good. Chaos Power still kind of sucks, but it's usually pretty good.
Yeah, it's cost. It's at the right cost.
And then I'll say Antimatter is pretty good.
What about Soth?
Pretty garbage.
Because you were talking about how you like time because it's drawing cards, and then like you look at you using fire, and you're like putting Shard of Bravery in like a bunch of decks.
Shard of Bravery is a great card.
Yeah, but Shard of Serendipity, that's drawing cards.
I mean, but it's not drawing cards that you need. It's giving you cards. There's a difference. You're not drawing cards. You're getting cards.
It's not about the deck. It's about
that's the difference. Also, Wyand.
Yeah.
Wyand plays Antimatter in every deck, so just keep that in mind.
FYI to anybody.
FYI, just honestly like. Also, Kemper always brings CC. He's a control freak, right?
Like that's why he couldn't beat Darkness.
I've learned against the 2 of them. I just don't play creatures.
Exactly.
I literally never play creatures. I win every game.
We were forced to play like those terrible like Shard of Divinity style and stuff like that just because we're like half our decks have to be creatureless every round.
Kemper's decks are honestly really quite bad.
That's how when I started playing, I would just pack a bunch of like creature control in every deck, and I'd be like, yeah, I play Domins, it's so fun, but it's like no, just start making a deck that doesn't just sit there and like kill your opponent's creature all game until you die. Like,
did you see he has like 60 card like QP decks? Those were garbage.
Oh come on,
60 card decks that those should not exist.
Well, that's why you put 6 golden hourglasses and 6 golden nymphs in them and 6 charter readiness.
Yeah, but you could bottom deck all those golden hourglasses.
Yeah, it's true. But that's why you also put in 6 mind gates. What do you think of mind gate? Do you think mind gate's all right for like?
Did he run mind gate in any war deck?
No, I wanted to put mind gate for the event card where you get to like give free copies to people, but we went with cloak, and then we didn't even use cloak, but we just put it in there for like mind games. But it's like, why play mind games with cloak when you can play mind games with mind gate?
Mind gate is a great card.
I agree.
Great card.
So with like you made that your card a momentary malfunction, which was like to be able to delay a permanent.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still the type of card you think you'd want to see in time if you could add a card to time?
I think that'd be a good card.
Yeah, and
I think that'd help out with time.
You felt like it was the limit.
I mean, time's weakness should be permanent control, but it definitely needs some permanent control.
So what do you think in open ETG the permanent control area with Midas Touch, which for like it costs 1 less than deflect, but you turn a permanent into a permanent that the person you use it on, you exchange that to draw a card, and so it doesn't gain permanent. You don't gain card advantage with it.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, and then also what ends up happening
I
is
honestly haven't played much
Yeah.
Open ETG. I can't say.
you get into situations where you'll have Midas Touch and your opponent won't be playing permanents, and you just start playing Midas Touch on your own pillars to just draw cards.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I like that card.
Okay, and so do you think fire? Like, what would you add to fire? Because fire's the one where it's like there's nothing to add to it.
No, fire definitely needs a creature that doesn't have 1 HP. That's what it needs. Or a creature doesn't have.
Ruby
A creature
Dragon,
that's more than 3 HP. Okay, that's what it needs.
Lava Golem
like at
after
least-
turn 2.
Give me like a 5 HP that doesn't instantly die to like Shockwave.
Right.
That'd be nice. Like a 5 HP, or I guess they have Red Nymph, but
Yeah,
Come
there
on.
you go, Red Nymph.
come on, Red Nymph.
You just have to start running heavy armor.
Red Nymph might be. You know, I said Red Nymph wasn't that bad a while back, but it's pretty bad. It's like maybe the worst Nymph. No, not quite, but almost.
What's the worst
It's
Nymph?
pretty bad. Worst Nymph? Worst Nymph probably. I don't know, maybe Aether Nymph.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. The only thing you can do with it is cast Parallel Universe.
Honestly, I even think what's the gravity one?
Auburn?
People say it's good, but
No,
you
no,
ever see Auburn Nymph play?
Auburn is the giant squid. Amber is what? Yeah, you do great. You see it in like Discord. Like Dragon Zemesny when he was playing War, he was making good decks where he would just like you put Black Hole into random decks without combo, right?
Yes.
Why do you play Black Hole? You put like 4 Black Holes in a deck, and it's like
No, Black Hole costs only like 4. Amber
Yeah.
Nymph is like what, like 8 plus 4.
yeah, but
Right, plus 3.
yeah, but you get to cast it every single turn. And imagine you're playing against Rainbow, like they're just dead, and you get to heal. Like you're playing against anything, like that's just like look at it like it's a giant sanctuary. If you can just like if your opponent has like four pillars out, that's like a sanctuary heal every turn.
True.
And also if you're doing it every turn, that's like casting Earthquake on all their pillar stacks. Also,
Yeah,
like in the
maybe
game, it's
I
split.
I would probably play Amber Nymph actually if I had Amber Nymphs, but I don't, which is sad.
So there we
but-
go. You think it's the worst just because you don't have it.
It's because I don't have it.
The best one's
Gotta
obviously
keep
the same.
my
It's
gotta
obviously
keep my Nymph count secret though.
You just surprise people with 6 blue nymphs at some point.
Say that again.
Just surprise people with 6 blue nymphs at some point.
Yeah, that is. Wait, you saying? Am I surprised that people have that?
No, you'd be surprising people where they don't know how many blue nymphs you have and they just show up with.
Oh,
You know,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not
that's
actually
true.
getting
Mortal-
marks.
wait, was it Mortal Feud who got really worried because I didn't share because my nymph count wasn't posted?
Yeah, same thing. Like
During
I
that,
don't share my
WC
nymph
match?
counts. I only share my nymph counts with my team.
I didn't even share that with my team.
Wow.
So I mean, not that they asked. Actually, I only had one team member, so it was really
Yeah.
a team.
What was it with that desire? Like, did she tell you like I'm busy with life and Thea, or like did she just like disappear?
She kind of did at the start, and then
Okay.
she just kind of disappeared. But she gave me some suggestions for Vault, so there was that.
What did you use them?
Some of it.
What did she suggest?
Well, she suggested some antimatter, which I did add some antimatter,
It's a good card.
and some. There was a couple others.
It was surprising how effective that antimatter was when I was testing that like matchup with you. The Mito
Yeah, it's
Angels,
quite
where
good.
like that you
Quite good.
it would just like seal it. Where it's like if you drew antimatter, I didn't win that game.
I'm telling you, my immolation decks are fine. They're top notch.
Yeah, okay, no, you put like entropy quanta into that immo deck you played today.
Yeah.
You don't need what the hell is with the pillars? Like,
So I can get my Discord.
oh my, sure, yeah,
Yeah, I'm not gonna draw 3 immos. That never happens.
yeah.
I need the Earth Mark.
Oh right, you needed Mark of Fire, right? Okay, but you would just do pens then. You don't need like pillars. It was just yeah.
No. You need the pillars. Trust me.
All right, I'm gonna trust you. I mean, you're the best, right? So
I mean, it's true.
yeah, and then with best players, you like apparently you think the Elk Speaks was cool.
No, I just used to watch his YouTube videos. He's the one who got me join forums because I watch his YouTube videos.
That's cool. He was
There's
thinking he'd come back for Infinity Wars on the.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he said on Reddit that would inspire him to actually come back and try it out.
Well,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
So,
Nice to play him.
so between like the Elk Speaks and Napalm, what is it you admire about them? This is what Insignificant Weebo wanted to ask.
Let's see. Well, I admire that the Elk Speaks made YouTube videos for elements of game. Some lame Flash game that no one's heard of.
Yep.
And, when I played this game, I was like, I wonder if it's on YouTube. So I checked it, and he's the only one who shows up.
Wow.
Him, I think,
I make YouTube
Torb,
videos.
Shows up too, maybe a bit. I couldn't find yours on YouTube, though. I, literally only see the Alex Speaks.
Yeah, I just don't know how to do that SEO. And then Napalm just because Napalm's the best.
She's got some good decks. I looked at her trial decks.
Yeah.
Playing for Fire, and she's got some good stuff. So, I hope Root does his research because he might see a couple of those decks come back.
Yeah, I saw somebody they were playing like a Fractix they were playing Fractix in that 12 lives 12 lives, and it's like they could have just used Cremation and some Ball Lightning and a couple Ball Lightnings or whatever, but because you're not allowed to upgrade your pillars, right? In 12 lives.
Was that Insig?
Yeah, I don't know. It might have been him. You're not allowed to upgrade, but it's like, okay, so if they're playing Cremation, like this is a meta where you playing Cremation and you're like Fractix, actually like it's good. You can't argue against it. The whole point people don't play like Cremation and Fractix is because when you have a bunch of upped fire pens, then like what's the point? I don't know, man. Some of those decks just really piss me off. It's like
Cremation is very good.
It is. I had nerfed it originally, but then CG talked me out of it.
The other reason Cremation is good is because it nerfs Discord. It nerfs.
Yep. That's
Discord
when it was so annoying testing it. That's why we couldn't play Mono Dark against you in the last round. It's because if you brought that Disco deck, it's like, well, we steal your Discord and then you don't care.
There you go. Although you definitely misplayed that one game.
Oh yeah.
In the last round that we beat you.
I played multiple. I misplayed.
If it weren't for you, I might be the worst misplayer here in Elements. But thank goodness we have you.
At least I make better decks. Wait.
Oh really?
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 Yeah.
During that time when I beat you, what was it? 14-6 because you were so confident that your deck would actually break even.
It did. I just was arguing that it wasn't 80%.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Yeah. And as I got to play that deck, I got to kind of feel like, I think like some of the Lights decks they were pissing me off too. Like the balance they had of like their with their like I think they could have made their Shard Glories like faster. And like same thing like Entropy, their Pugons they played against us in like the last thing, like they could have been like I think 2 turns faster than they did. It's like, of course these people are losing to DevTal because like if you don't like optimize your decks, then you're just gonna lose to DevTal. That's the same thing like we play against Air. We were just like, let's hope Air does something weird, and then like DevTosis will just like kill it. And it's like, oh look, they did this weird like Nif tier shit.
Well, the reason why Entropy's decks are so slow is because Wine has to put antimatter in.
Yeah, but it wasn't just that. He didn't even know how to probably. Like, I'm talking about that was just like their balance of entropy, like pillars and pens. Like they don't know how to. This is stuff that I just get. I need to calm down.
You're recording this by the way, right?
Yeah, I am. This is recording. We're not just having a conversation where you get to listen to me get pissed off about bad decks. So outside of Elements, getting away from Elements for a moment. What's your hobbies? Besides, you went like skydiving at some point, but that's all I know.
Oh, what did I say that?
Yeah, you said you went skydiving back in like trials.
Skydiving. That was a fun time. Went skydiving. I've been scuba diving as well. I actually think scuba diving is a lot better, a lot more fun.
It would be.
Really cool hobbies. Really like music. Play some piano.
Piano. Make
some of my own music. I haven't made a whole lot of my own music lately, but I have for like some classes. So.
Do you have a SoundCloud?
I do not have SoundCloud. I've not shared anything.
You got to share your music. What's the point if you don't?
I'll make some summer. I'll share that. How about that?
All right. And then, do you play anything besides piano?
Play a bit of ukulele, but not really great at that. Piano is one I've been playing for like 17 years maybe. You're like 17 now. So
you're 17.
Well, I did not start playing piano when I was 0, so.
Oh, I thought maybe okay, yeah.
That's a good guess, though.
Yeah, you said 17 years now. Okay. So, now the last question that I ask all the questions that people actually asked, is if you don't mind breaking character, why did you start saying Dusk Shield is OP instead of another card? Well, because it is the most OP. Really? I think the most OP is Shard of Freedom. No. Listen.
Listen, have
Shard-
you played against
Like
Dusk?
block grade.
If you play 2 Shard of
Have you
Freedom,
played against Dusk?
yeah, and Team Darkness lost multiple times because Dark
No,
Shield's
listen.
like,
The other day I played with Wyand, okay?
Uh-huh.
He had Dust Shield, I lost because of that. Just because of Dusk.
yeah. It's with that same thing happens with Shard of Freedom. If they get 2 Shard of Freedom, that's a 50% proc rate, and if they start like getting a 80% proc rate with only 2 shards out, like you're dead. Because like if that the proc rate isn't, it's not just bonus
But they're
damage.
but like that's like procking. They're like procking Damselfly.
Yeah.
Like that's you're getting 1 damage out.
Yeah,
Of it. No one cares.
But you're also getting 7 out of the dragon.
Yeah, but dragons take a while to get out.
No, you can get dragons out turn 3.
People, if you're losing the Shard of Freedom, you're not losing because of Shard of Freedom. You're losing because your deck is gonna lose to mono air.
Really?
Yes.
And so with why don't you just bring what PC to against Dusk?
Well, you can, but if you don't have PC or if you don't draw it, then Dusk just straight up wins. Like if you play Unup Dusk and Vagger.
Okay, so you're saying the win condition?
No PC, you're just gonna win.
Yeah, that is how our way of thinking against time went the last round, where we're like, no, against Earth, where we're like, we're just gonna bring Grabo with two Dusk, 2 Vagger, and we were thinking like even going like 3 Dusk, 3 Vagger, because it's like all you need to do is get these 2 cards out against like RT Void, and you're good.
Yeah, honestly, you should have just gone like 6 Dusk, 6 Vag.
Okay, 6 Vagger is too much.
That's not too much. Just throw in some animate weapon or something.
Right. Because it's like a lot of people, they talk about like 6 dim shields being good, but there's a lot of cases where you can put 6 shields in and it's fine. And
See, the thing about Dust too is you can play it against PC. You just bring multiple copies. Like
yeah, same thing.
No one ever expects you to bring 6 Dusks, but if you bring 6 Dusks and they only have like 3 Death Flag,
Yeah.
well, shoot, they killed 3 of your Dusks, but you got 3 more. So
That was you brought like 60 flag against us at some point.
that would be the surprise of the century. You know what? I should start playing 6 Dust.
Yeah. You brought
I
like
should.
3. I was so mad. Okay, that deck was bad. You brought like Rewind, 5. You splashed Rewind against us. We brought Mono Dark. Right? You were playing against Torb.
Yes.
And you spent your upgrades on D-Flag instead of on Pillars.
I mean,
It's
like the same thing.
No, it isn't, because if I draw 2 Pillars, I can spend those 2 Quanta onto an Explosion, but if you draw 2 Explosions, you can't. Like, you can be a turn slower on your Explosion that way. Never mind the fact that
they have the Pillars.
The thing is, you have a bunch of D-Flags, which are totally useless. You see, you have, like, an Explosion, you can spend the Quanta on getting your Dragons out faster. You were actually pretty close. Like, I remember that matchup was kind of close. Because Rewind is a good card.
Rewind is a good card.
You just needed to get your Dragons out faster. And
that would be true, but there's reasons to have upgrade Explosion at times.
Yeah, after you've upgraded all your pillars.
I don't know. Potentially. I'll have to think about that one.
This is why you're a shit player. Like, this is obvious.
Hot take. I thought we were only talking facts here.
Oh my god, what? We are. We're talking about, like, being right and being wrong. You know, we're talking about speaking the truth. You know, like, I just like saying the truth. Like, I'm telling you the truth here right now. Like, your deck, it was bad because, like, you should have used your upgrades better. Like, that's the same thing. Like, there's decks in War where you look at it and it's like, all you need to do is move the upgrade allocations around, or like the pillar allocations. Like, these are things that have like nothing to do with the vault. It's like, how has it been that there's like, well, how long has it been since an update? Like 7 years or something? It's like in 7 years, people can't figure out how to like allocate their upgrades on a D flag. It's crazy. It's like
I think there's reasons to upgrade the D flag.
You're not even like the thing.
But see, here's the thing. If you have a whole lot of pillars, right? Let's say you got like 14 pillars, okay?
Yeah.
And you got like 2 upgrades, okay?
Yeah.
Well, the odds of you getting those upgrade pillars is quite low.
That is why we in our dev talent, the last one, we were considering whether we start upgrading fractals alongside, because there is that allocation and that's the same. I was considering doing 2 upgraded fractals in the in Torb's dev tal, and it's about the same speed as if you were to upgrade a pillar instead with the fractals, and the way the timing works out.
There you go.
Okay.
Because like for you got the fractals, so if you upgrade the fractals, the percentage of fractals you've upgraded is much higher.
But
you're gonna need to get the fractals. So you're limited by the fractals, so you're not gonna play fractal until you get it anyways.
So that's the case
when
where
you get that fractal, it's gonna be upgraded.
The only thing we had to play was fractal. That was the only expenditure of like Aether Quanta.
That's true, but maybe I really want to get Explosion out.
What? Like, no, but that's the thing too. You're not even rushing Explosion out. You have 6 Explosion. Whatever. You're trying to rush Dragons, right?
Maybe. Honestly, I'm just gonna say Danny made that deck. So
Danny made that deck.
that actually might be true. Let me. You know, I'll look right now. I'll look. I'll find out right now.
So how many decks did like Danny get? You apparently that life deck was a heal.
What deck? The green nymph deck?
No, there was the one where you would play a bunch of heal and fire bolts.
Oh yeah.
And everyone and, like deck. I was looking at it thinking like, why the hell wouldn't you just do Mark of Light and then play with Shard of Divinity?
Because we didn't have Shard of Divinity in the vault. That's
well,
why.
that was you should have put Shard of Divinity in your vault.
Well, yeah, but I told you that the reason why we got 9th is because I didn't know how to make a vault.
Yeah, okay, because what pissed me off was the Darkness Vault was like Tor pushing us to have Sanctuaries in it. And like they made Shard of Divinity cheaper than Sanctuary, and Shard of Divinity is way better than Sanctuary.
It is a lot better. Here's the thing. I didn't know how to make fire stalls or light stalls. I didn't know how to make light stalls.
That's pretty important if you're going to lead fire.
I told because I had never played fire before this. I hated fire. I hated fire before I joined War.
Wow. Do you still hate it?
Yeah. Some parts I hate. I hate how they have 1 HP on every creature. But I told Danny that I needed a light stall, and she made a light stall and no Shard of Divinity. And so I was like, all right, whatever. And so that's what we put in our vault. And those were our light cards. And then I got about 1 to 2 rounds in, and I realized, wow, I need Shard of Divinity. And we never beat any Shard of Divinity decks, so we never got salvage.
Just like you only beat Nova at the very end.
Yes, that was quite sad.
You should have won that round too, because like your deck should have beat Death, but like Combo Breaker and his like weird connection where he's always disconnecting, and it's like you're playing.
So bad.
Yeah, and if you're playing against like it's just like like playing a stall against a rush. It's like if there's disconnections, the stall's gonna always get disconnected, and so if the game is short, then the rush wins because it's like it just completely changes the meta. The whole disconnect thing it needs to be dealt with.
Needs to be fixed. Honestly, the funny thing is, if we had swapped our Entropy and Death decks, we probably would have won. But I was so sure Death was going to play Bone Wall, so I couldn't play Immo into Bone Wall.
Yeah. Oh, that's why you didn't play. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, I think Discord is like, if you just get Discord out, you can. That's how you beat Bone Wall.
But if you don't get Discord out,
I guess against Mono Death too. Against Death, it's a little harder because they get the Bone Wall out much easier.
They can get Bone Wall. Yeah. They could theoretically get Bone Wall turn 1. Theoretically.
Like that. Deuce was wondering like what the hell we were thinking sending Discord against Aether round 1, and it's like, well, we were thinking about Bone Wall. And then we beat their Bone Wall deck with Discord later on. And we were also trying to beat Royal of Light, but I didn't remember that people put Miracle in their Roll Hopes, which kind of makes it that you can't get that 5% edge out.
Yeah.
Tough. Miracle. Okay, what do you think? What do you think of Miracle?
I mean, it's a pretty good card. It's not OP.
Yeah, because that's the one that a lot of people like.
You lose all your light quanta, so you just gotta. I mean, if they're at like 12 light pillars,
yeah,
and like 5 sanctuaries, you already lost whether or not they have miracles. So
right. And you don't think like in combination with Shard of Divinity it's too much?
No. I mean, there's so many ways to beat. Shard of Divinity Miracle takes a little while to set up, I think.
Well, Shard of Divinity is like the burst. It's like better than heal.
It is better than heal. Shard of Divinity. I mean, Shard of Divinity probably could be nerfed a little bit, but I don't think Shard of Divinity Miracle's that OP. Like if Root Ranger wants to play Firestall against me in Trials every game, he's gonna get destroyed.
Okay. That's a way of putting it. Yeah, he'll play Fire Lifestyle along with Emo.
I know he's gonna play Firestall. He's definitely play Firestall.
He'll play Firestall and Emo. And
I'm gonna 5-0 him.
You're gonna guess which one's Emo and...
Unless RNG might save him like 2 games. In Kem's case, it saves him 5 games. So
yeah.
But for Root, as long as they don't get Y into RNG, 5-0, easy.
So how would you do you think Dusk Mantle should get nerfed?
Honestly, it just needs to be what the text says. Honestly, it's still OP with what the text says, but who knows? There's a lot of people who play like Darkness Rainbows, and they put in Fog. And like I have no idea when they're putting in Fog when they have the quantitative for Dusk. And Dusk is just 20 million times better.
Fog is cheap, and there's no good air cards unless...
Yeah, but Dusk is also pretty cheap.
Yeah, but you want to put Nightmare and Lycanthropes and like Vampire Daggers and stuff and Steel in your deck.
But Dusk just it's just so much better than Fog. Like
It's 10% better.
You get like an extra 2 to 3 turns easily with Dusk.
Yeah, but if you get Fog and Vampire Dagger out.
But if you're already wearing Darkness Quanta, you get Dusk and Dagger out.
Yeah, but we're talking about Rainbow.
But like Rainbows with like Darkness Mark or Darkness Pillars.
There's somebody, one of the 12 lives, like they had unupgraded Dusk Mantle. And it's like, you need to upgrade that Dusk Mantle.
No. You don't understand. Upgraded Dusk Mantle, improved Dusk, works exactly how
you're gonna start saying dumb shit.
Zans didn't change that. Zans didn't change the code for that. But he did for Dusk Mantle. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Do the stats. Run the stats.
No, people have done this.
No, they haven't.
Oh my god! Like no,
two games isn't running the stats, right?
Pretty sure like anti-average has like looked at the code.
Do you trust anti-average?
I do.
Oh really?
Like I trust anti-average to the point like I would like bet my life if I had to, and I'd probably pick anti-average out of anybody else on the forum.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, especially considering
do you trust that Zans trusted anti-average and showed him the real code.
No, I don't think that Zans needed to trust. Anti-average, he was looking at he like decompiled.
Do you think Zans is a troll?
You know what?
That's a rhetorical question.
That's a really good question.
That's a rhetorical question because it's obviously yes.
Because of Dusk Mantle.
So no, the Dusk Mantle is just that's like a side effect.
Oh, this I want to know. There's the against air. You lost and you're like forgot to put arsenic in the deck. But then I was looking at it and I was starting to think like, did he actually forget arsenic or was he actually trying to do Shard of Bravery deck out?
Let me find that deck real quick.
That was against. It was like round 2 or 3 against like Mo, and they were playing like Shard of Wisdom Wyrms, and he would have been able to win if you had just had more pressure. But because you didn't, he was able to just like keep his hand full the whole time, and then you can't play Shard of Bravery because there's no pressure. This is why you can't play these type of decks in PvP because you think your opponent's gonna play like.
I found that deck. Let's see. I was actually planning on putting arsenic, so I did kind of forget it. I was the main goal of that deck was deck out.
Yeah, but you have to put pressure on your opponent to play cards.
True, but not always.
Do you think Shard of Bravery like? Yeah,
the real problem is that he played Shard of Wisdom. Like if they had played a non-so-free, non-Shard of Wisdom deck.
There was no Shard of Freedom.
Would have been fine.
Oh, right.
No, I'm saying like my Bone Walls would have given me plenty of turns.
Yeah.
With Bone Wall plus Shard of Sacrifice plus Sundial. Yeah. I had probably like 6 plus 6, 12. I probably had at least 15 to 18 turns of stall right there.
You have 18 just with the dials and the Shard of Sacrifice.
Yeah, and then plus the Bone Walls. That should be enough to stall even if he doesn't play cards. But he had ways to get past Bone Wall.
Yeah, and then also with Shard of Sacrifice and against Wyrms, this gets weird.
Yeah, it does. It really does. So that was unfortunate that they played Shard of Wisdom, but I learned.
Yeah, so like next time with Fire, you think you'd probably get first?
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Like what percentage?
As long as I can get Danny on my team too, I think definitely we get first.
You know, that's one where I think if you want Danny on your team, you can just get Danny on your team because like I don't think she's a high pick, despite like she's been around.
Honestly, I overpaid for this time around.
Yeah, I think Danny's underrated, but I also
she's underrated because she has every nymph in the game pretty much. Yeah, and so you can make whatever deck you want. That's why I need her.
That's nice.
And she also even though she doesn't really say much or offer much
it's what you say that matters.
Opinions on decks. She makes she probably made 50 decks or more for a vault. Just in planning or afterwards. She'll make decks.
That's good because there's some players that don't do anything like Ian, and anytime he makes a deck, it's just crap.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I still gotta play Ian in this stupid Sosibo Mind Gate matchup.
Yeah, what the hell? That is really fun.
That's absolute garbage.
I played that like Charters Serendipity Mindgate, like six Mindgate, and all the rest Quantum Pillars, and if you play it suboptimally, the size like you like do like 24 or like 30 to 40 cards, there's actually a lot of decision making. Like I was misplaying the games.
Oh, I'm sure there are because you get so many weird cards.
Yeah, and you're like you have no idea what like your opponent's going to be playing or anything. And it's like you have to think about like every card in the game.
You know what card is low-key underrated? Fate Egg.
No, Fate Egg is just crap.
No, Fate Egg can win games.
Like it's a 0-1. Like if Fate Egg came in into play a material, and this is what I did on PTG is I made Fate Egg 1 time quanta to play and then 2 to hatch or something. Because the problem is I pay 3 for the Fate Egg, right? So if my opponent just kills it when it comes out, I'm already like that's an alright trade. If I could play Fate Egg for cheap and then I only made the investment when I got the random creature, I'd be on board with that.
That is fair. I think Fate Egg should be like 2 quanta, but
like I should be able to play Nova and Fate Egg. Like I should be able to play turn 1 Fate Egg. What's broken? Fate
Egg Charter Readiness, because then you can play the turn you play Fate Egg.
Oh yeah, and it does double. Yeah, the Charter Readiness thing, like and this too bad that like Charter Readiness back when it was colorless got nerfed, so you couldn't like do weird stuff with Deja Vu.
Charter Readiness is actually like super broken.
Yeah, I don't think it's broken.
No, it's pretty broken. Like if I went back to my time trials with Kev,
yeah,
I would still ban Charter Readiness over RT.
Yes.
Because I made decks to play around Rewind.
You can't play around Charter Readiness as much because it's like they played on a Pharaoh, then it's a bunch of Scarabs. If they played on Golden Nymph, then they just draw like it's a free like draw a card.
They got the Mitosis. OTKs also.
The Mitosis combos. Yeah, so it's a really versatile card. I think when it comes to banning cards in a PvP event, you want to ban versatility more than you just want to ban like a strong card that's easier to counter.
You guys got really lucky that we left 4 so early. I had some good decks coming.
Really? Like what?
I had a Sopa deck coming.
What was what? Sopa?
Sopa.
Oh, Sopa.
Yeah, because we got some shorter patience from, I forget who we got it from. A couple teams. Gravity and someone else.
Yeah.
And you guys.
Oh yeah, we could have got some Sopa back. That'd be nice. We had like 12 Sopa at some point or something. Like when we were doing like building the vault, I was thinking of doing like 8 Sopa in our initial vault, but then they were like the team was all like that's too much. They're like that's costing us way too much vault, so we went down to just 4. And then we could have got it, but Torb misplayed his first game. It's like what the hell, Torb? Like he just like cast like drain life on like some like 5 health creature, and he only did 4 damage. And it's like wow, Torb. It was kind of weird playing like playing with like there's players that people are like, oh, this player is so great, and then like you play with them and it's like, yeah, they're all right, but I mean I don't think the problem is that this game is too boring to actually have someone like go into it and like really understand it completely and like just like every deck they do is just like optimized, and like every play like they play a game and like they completely understand everything that's going on in the game and like the percentages.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like you look at like top level Magic players. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that might be Root. Who knows? I mean, I've never played with like Root as a team, so I don't know actually like. Yeah, I've interacted with him that much in PvP. Because like top level Magic is like crazy.
Oh yeah, that game's insane.
If people have invested that type of effort into elements, it's like there's not enough game to actually invest into it. Which is why a player like you can just show up and be good, even though they think that like they don't even know how to allocate upgrades.
Well, I don't know. I think there's room for a disagreement there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my upgrade allocation is.
So do you think life is the weakest element?
Do I think life is the weakest element?
Yeah, you play a lot of life. You never said that, but when you started, you were saying like you like darkness and life because of the nymphs you have.
Because of the nymphs I have.
Yeah, you showed me. You said like I like darkness and life when you first like started posting on the forum.
I do like darkness and life. I think life has a lot of weaknesses, but I don't think they're the worst. Honestly, yeah. the element I think has the most weaknesses is probably light. I think light has the most weaknesses.
Yeah.
They don't have CC and they don't have PC.
But they have Miracle.
They have Stall. That's it. They have garbage damage. Like, what's their like? That's like dive. Like, come on.
Like, Light can't even build a Grabo in War. Their damage deck is like Roll Hope.
Also, Crusader needs to cost like 4.
I agree.
3, like Quanta, because then Dow costs 3 too. Like, are you kidding me?
The upgrade is crazy. Like, it gets +1/+1 and -1 on cost with the upgrade, but even upgraded, it's not that great. And upgrade 2 is where you're going to be like endowing an upgraded weapon, which is going to be even more damage. It's like unupped Crusader. Like, yeah, Light just needs better cards when it comes to like their unupgraded cards. Like Solar Shield.
They're quite bad. Yeah. Honestly, like one of their best cards is probably Morning Glory.
Yeah. Like, hence why like Flying Glories was that like the best beatdown they had.
Pretty much. Also, you know what is a good card though? Holy Light. Like, I wish I had put Holy Light in my vault.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious.
Holy Light. You know how like Time tried to like say Holy Light, give Holy Light to people, and like it still wasn't good.
Yeah, you know why? Because it didn't matter against you guys. You guys never play creatures against them.
Yeah, like why bring Holy Light? But they all
time is one element that doesn't need Holy Light.
But then they were doing, because every other team could have done it too. And like if Earth just brought a really bad deck against us that round. But like I don't think Holy Light would have helped Earth. And the other thing is like because we played a lot of like non-darkness creatures. Like we'd play like Lycanthrope or whatever, like Grabo. And like if we bring like DevTal or like all the fractal decks, it like Holy Light isn't gonna really help you out.
Yeah. Fun fact: I'm starting to think that Basilisk Blood Splash might be better than RT Splash.
No.
For a lot of decks.
No.
Yes. I think there's a lot of cases where it's better to have Basilisk Blood than RT.
If your opponent has Immolation, if your opponent has Catapult, if your opponent has like Mutation, if your opponent has, well, I mean, nobody plays Mutation, but and then it's like 6 turns, right? If your opponent like,
no one uses Catapult. No one just like Catapult's like you only see Catapult if they're running Catatitans, or maybe like Auburn Nymph, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Already. What's that card?
Also, what they're doing like Adrenal Staffs.
Well, why they were on Catapult?
Yeah. I'm saying, like, there's a whole bunch of decks where reverse time.
Yeah, I mean, but there's like a lot of decks too where they're just gonna have the Quanta and they're just gonna play next turn, and you'd rather have that card out of play.
Yeah, but it's draw denial.
Rewind it.
Reverse time is draw denial.
But Basilisk Blood is 6 turns.
Yeah, and if I cast Rewind on 2 different creatures, then you're only gonna draw one of them next turn.
That's true. I mean, Rewind's still really good, but I don't know. I like Basilisk Blood Splash.
That's so weird. I think I probably underrate that.
But I'm telling you, it works.
Like, is it better than Lightning Splash?
100%.
Wow.
The only thing good about Lightning that Lightning has over is you can like go to face with Lightning.
Yeah, that is really good.
So there'll be those few cases where like that Lightning gives that extra damage to like win 1 turn earlier.
1 turn is a big deal. How many games have you lost by 1 turn?
Not too many.
Wow. Well, learn to make faster decks and you'll be losing by 1 turn more often.
I win by 1 turn. That's what I do.
Alright, well.
You know what's crazy?
A lot like you?
Sure. I mean, yes. But Mafia's been crazy. You should join next time.
Oh my, because I was going through your posts, and then I got to the Mafia part. It's like, yeah, this is the part where it's like, I see Mafia posts, it's like, I'm just gonna stop reading this through this person post. It's just like, if I'm not logged in and I check recent posts on the forum, I can't see anything because there's a bunch of like Mafia shit.
Well, join in, and then you'll have more fun.
Yeah, I joined one time, and then Root killed me right away because I was just being.
No, you should join the next one. It's fun.
No way. I got like I'm trying to get my life in order.
Oh, you want to hear a fun fact?
Okay, then you definitely should join Mafia.
Oh, what's these facts?
Fun fact is that Double Capitals has blocked me on Elements of Game.
Oh yeah, they were talking about that when you were doing that. Like, yeah, he was asking how to do that. I outlined how to do that.
Yeah, it turned out it was me.
I only have one person blocked, and that person thought that Shard of Bravery was a card that should go into like random decks.
Is that me?
No, it's Brendan C6.
Yeah, I already knew it was CR.
So what's your second favorite element?
What was my first? Oh, time.
Yeah.
It might be fire now, honestly.
Wow.
But
That's what happens
there's a
when
lot
you
I
play
hate about
war.
fire. I know it's crazy, but
My favorite's still entropy.
honestly, what the element I think is actually the best element is probably death. I think death is like really OP in a lot of
Wow.
ways. I think poison is just like poison like lets you get around so many things. Gets around sundial, gets around shields.
Yeah. It's good. It's not enough. I just always feel like it loses to the stealth and like the whole.
The problem is that their CC is aflatoxin and plague. Like if aflatoxin and plague were like just remotely better, they'd be like killing it as an element.
Yeah, but it's hard to give them good CC when they have bone wall. I probably gave them too good CC when I gave them command skeleton. Command skeleton, it's where if you say you have like 5 skeletons, then it does 5 damage. For like it's like all your skeletons attack a creature.
Wow.
Yeah, it encourages people to play skeletons.
I mean, that's not terrible. I played skeletons in trials.
Yeah, elite skeleton's
which
not
was
bad.
Garbage because I could have just played poison.
Yeah, I think skeleton should be free.
Skeleton should be free.
I even tested it where if you can do like fractal skeleton with night like eclipse, and it's not even that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's quite bad.
Like imagine skeleton was free.
I think virus should be buffed. If virus is a good card,
for sure,
death would be really killing it. Like give retro virus like I don't even know. Like give it like aflatoxin plague or something. Maybe that's too OP.
Well, why is it the 2 OP? I mean, it's just like I think aflatoxin shouldn't cost 6.
Yeah, it would basically make aflatoxin use. Well, not quite because like retro virus could be killed, but
I think if you even had to where like if when virus dies it poisons the opponent for 1.
That would be pretty big. That would help a lot.
Especially that could do something neat. And like Deathstalker, with Deathstalker was like 3 poison on hit.
Is it? You're saying
it's only
it should
2.
Be.
It's only 2. If it was 3, yeah. Would you think
it should be 3?
3, yeah. I'm gonna write that. I should do that. You just make it happen.
Or like, give it. I hate all these like scorpions like don't have attack. Like,
right.
That always piss me off.
It just makes them like force combo.
Yeah, like just give them like 1 attack and like make them cost 4 or something.
Because it's like it's not like there aren't shields around.
Yeah.
I think shields are really weak in elements, to be honest.
Really? I think some of them are pretty decent.
Like I think that people talk about like, oh, Death Shield is like bad, so good, or like Dim Shields are good. And I don't think the thing is that Dim Shields or like Death Guard are like too powerful. I think it's just that like you look at weapons. There's weapons where if you play that weapon, like if you put Vajra out, they're like Discord. These are things like you need to kind of like answer them, right? There's no shields really that you need to answer, and so like stuff like Bone Wall is
shield.
Yeah, Gravity Shield's terrible because most of the time you don't need to answer it because like why are you playing like a creature with more than 5 health?
True.
If you're playing water.
Yeah, counter Sopa.
Yeah. It doesn't even counter Sopa because then they just like get a couple ticks and they whittle you down anyways. If Gravity Shield had like damage reduction or something, or if it had a thing where like if creatures attack you they get like their health buffed.
I think Gravity Shield anti-matter is the new meta.
What? No, it's like Gravity Shield and like Bathless Blood and stuff is what like is what people generally do. Like with antimatter,
yeah, they go Gravity Shield Auburn, right?
Yeah, Gravity Shield Auburn is like that's. I'm surprised I don't see that deck more often.
That'd be pretty decent. It's just it's kind of costly.
Yeah, and then between like your only heal is Stone Skin, and so it's kind of hard to do like a Stolly deck when you don't have healing.
Yeah,
Gravity
Skin could be buffed, I think.
If you had more Gravity Pull, you could use Gravity Pull to try and stall in it, but then you have to start playing creatures, and like I think a lot of people don't like playing creatures at all in their stalls.
That's true. Creatures. Sometimes I hate creatures, sometimes I don't.
Oh, you know what would be great too if Fate Egg cost 1 is you could do Mido Egg.
You could do Mido Egg.
It would be a lot better.
I really hate how you can't Mido flying weapons.
Yeah. Well,
I think that should be allowed.
Mido Longsword is a terrible thing.
Maybe you just make it a non-other weapons. Also, Shield, Tower Shield.
It's good.
Tower Shield is a good card.
It's a good card.
Tower Shield is a good card.
Can't disagree with that.
I'm the only one I think who has used Tower Shield in any PvP in the last year?
We were considering it in Darkness because we're Ray of Light / Hope, and like we put shield in a sideboard, but that would have been an up shield.
Yeah, an up shield isn't great, but Tower Shield, like if you just run like if you're using Nova and you're not using half that Nova quanta, you just throw in Tower Shield.
I think part of it is because the other stuff is like all like 1 cost or 2 cost. People don't realize how cheap 5 colorless is. It's pretty much
cheap.
like it's like 2 quanta.
Yeah.
In draft, Camphor and W3 drafted Tower Shield, and it was useful.
What's draft?
I don't know.
That was a PvP event where you have like 8 teams and they all draft all the cards in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was fun, but everyone went inactive, so the event died.
So I think we're pretty much down to it with this interview, unless you know if you guys want that good.
Okay. I have a question.
Sure.
Who's Mafia?
Oh, what the hell is this one cat in
Don't
here
answer
now?
that.
I thought you guys were
answer that.
I couldn't answer that. Do you want me to answer that?
No, don't answer that question.
I'm actually really upset with how this day went because let me explain. Actually,
No, you can't. You literally can't.
Explain, right? Oh shit, that's unfortunate. But yeah, basically no one listens to me, and I guess Root really hates me. But I don't know. Maybe Root's Mafia.
He doesn't. Oh, you guys are talking about Mafia.
Are you enjoying Mafia or enjoying playing Mafia?
I have enjoyed every second of both Mafias.
What was with the farewell post?
I know some people like are really hating it.
Go.
So I'm like laughing the whole time. I only made should I talk about the farewell post?
Yeah, you should.
Okay. So I was having a great time, and I honestly think Mafia is like really amusing. I think there's a lot of things about it that's like people take really seriously, and so I kind of laugh at that because I think like D Evans, he's or DD Evans. I don't know how you say it. It's like, are those like his initials? Is his last name Evans?
I don't know.
Yes.
Or his first name Evans?
Yes. No, it's DD and then the last name is Evans.
Well, he cracks me up. Anyways, but Mobian apparently got really upset.
He did.
And so I felt bad that I actually because Mobian sounded like he was gonna quit. And I felt bad that I had actually potentially made someone quit, and so I'd rather I quit and make up for that mistake and not live with that than have him quit. Yeah. So, but then he didn't quit. So
Mobian's weird. He's like a chill person, but then he just gets like pissed off with people and.
Yeah. It really sucks to lose against Mobian PvP because he's like kind of a noob. Gotta say, like that was probably the worst moment of war when I lost him. Yeah, that was like a top 1 worst moment.
Wow. Okay.
So I don't know if Mobian listens to this. Kind of a noob. I don't know what to say.
What was the best moment of war?
The best moment is probably when my Green Nymph deck actually won.
That Green Nymph deck was great. So much. It didn't need that many fire shields.
That was like the only deck where Danny's like, yeah, this deck looks actually decent. I'll take it.
I even looked at him, kind of like, yeah, Green Nymph is a good card.
It's funny though because we played against Death, and Death didn't even play the deck we wanted them to play.
Right. You're right, because you're putting it in for bone walls and stuff.
Yeah, we're playing we had the fire shield to kill off any recluse, and we had healing, so we.
Oh yeah, and that is like decks like that. I think there's a lot of room for them
because you can adrenaline the enemy's creatures, so they die faster to fire shield, but they're doing less damage because a 6 recluse will hit 6/4/2.
There is cases
so
where
it'll do less damage overall and die faster.
Yeah,
and so you can adrenaline that, or
but that gives you less turns to heal. It gives you less turns to heal.
Less turns to heal, but they're doing less damage overall before it dies.
Yeah.
So kind of evens out a little bit. Plus, if you kill off the recluse, they have nothing to fractal.
Oh yeah,
but then they didn't play. Then they didn't play fractal recluse, and we still won. So that was kind of funny. Yeah, and I still scrapped that deck after that game.
Prediction. Why? Oh yeah, why didn't you?
I didn't think we were gonna use because I thought Death was gonna be out pretty soon.
Yeah,
and so I didn't think that deck would be useful for us anymore. and we really need a fire card. We got like really low on in elements. Like we were below
Right.
50% in element at one point.
We were
Like,
feeling
way
that
below.
way too, the whole time. Though we just kept like transmuting Shard of Void.
Yeah, I definitely
I-
went through my Phoenixes way too fast.
I think
I
we
need to
transmuted 24 Shard of Void.
really.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was the biggest mistake is we didn't put more Shard of Void in our initial vault.
I guess Shroud of Void kind of wrecks time.
Yeah. It's like
I don't know. I personally feel like Shroud of Void like is quite a bad card.
it is. Everybody
like
used to
wreck
say it
time.
was the worst card, which is funny. That's why when we were first gonna make War shardless, I was telling or have shards, and I was saying like, oh yeah, darkness like seems like they wouldn't benefit that much. And colorless green was telling me like, no, darkness is probably gonna benefit the most from a sharded meta, and it's not gonna be because of Shard of Void.
What a profit.
Yeah, colorless green is pretty much like anything smart I say. It's probably because I learned it from colorless green.
Link.
All right, next question. Oh wait, you want to say something?
Yeah, are you Mafia?
Me?
Yeah, honestly,
Just ask your question,
Hmm.
Link.
just ask a question. Like, not this isn't like considered chatting outside of the forum. Just ask a question.
Yes,
Yes.
actually it is.
It only is if anybody tells anybody else.
Link, what's your question?
No, you can't talk about Mafia here.
Okay.
Oh, my question. Who's the biggest noob in all of Elements?
Who's a big? I mean, I just kind of said Mobian, but I have to rethink about that. Mobian's up there. He's like a top 5.
Wow.
Are we talking about like purely PvP noob?
You can give context with your
whatever
answer.
your definition of the word is.
Okay, so well, I'll go into some non-noobs that are like newbie in my own ways. In like my okay, so there's Kempf, okay?
Yep.
He's a meta slave. He's like the ultimate meta slave. And so like that kind of makes him a noob. But like he knows how to optimize his decks. So he ekes out every percentage he can from the decks he plays. And that's why he's not a noob. But if he didn't do that, he would be a noob. He's the most predictable player in Elements by far. 100%. I predict all of his decks. I just play bad decks. Or
Yeah,
unoptimized decks.
You should learn to optimize your decks.
I should. But, would it be fun if I won every game?
You're still not going to.
Debatable.
No,
Now, let's see. Who else is a noob? Let's see. Serprex. That guy's a noob.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. He, the only kid who outdoes me in misplaying.
Every game.
So, that makes him a noob. Who else is a noob? Noob Ranger. He's a noob.
Do you
Obvious
like?
reasons.
I just want like when you're playing a PvP game and there's that like ticker going down about like a minute or whatever, and like that doesn't just get to you.
I mean, I finished my moves in like 5 seconds.
Wow. Okay.
Which is why I get really frustrated when like we DC, because that means the other player is like taking like 50 seconds to make
Yeah.
a move. Like who does that a lot? I think Wyan does that. Also,
I definitely
Wyan.
do that.
Okay, when I play a PvP match against Wyan's a big noob. When I play a PvP match against Wyan,
Definitely.
he's like we have to wait like a week to play because he needs to get his decks ready.
That's true.
Okay. Then he gets his decks ready. Okay, and then he speed builds during the event in mid match because he's like, oh shoot, my decks aren't gonna work. And so then we spend literally half an hour between games. Like my WC match with him took I think like 5 hours. It was best of 7, 5 hours. Think about that.
I think I remember that actually.
Yeah, Wyan definitely knew. That's another top 5. Also, his RNG.
Our,
Is like,
our 12 lives match took like 3 hours, I think.
I feel bad for him. His
Oh.
RNG is like really bad.
That wasn't entirely his fault though.
True. Who else is a noob?
I think you listed 5.
Oh,
Starting
did
with
I? Well,
Yeah.
no, I think it's a 4.
Yeah,
Wyan,
that's one.
Morbian, Kempf, some other person, Serprex. Master Walk's definitely noob.
yeah. You were in team PvP with Master Walks and Insignificant Weibo. How
Oh, I
was
forgot
that?
about that.
I think we won one game, and I think it was my deck.
Uh-huh.
No, that was I think we won again. We do better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're in chat. They can speak for themselves. They know we were news back then.
Right.
Alright, but who's the biggest noob? Who's at the top of the pile?
Who's the top of the pile? I mean,
Yeah.
if I had to pick right now, current status might be Noob Ranger.
Mm.
This is not related to Mafia because it was a previous Mafia. But
Oh, okay.
I mean, he was probably the worst person to be Phoenix. Like, what did
Weebo wasn't even telling him
offer us?
his picks.
He offered us like nothing. He literally like voted up like 5 town in a row. This game, he's voted up like 2 town in a row. Like, what has he done for us?
I'm
like,
surprised Town won that Mafia. I think Town winning that Mafia showed how unbalanced it was in Town's favor.
Yeah, it's because I call a coffee day one, and he got wrecked. That's why.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Yeah, he was way too obvious.
So I think at this point I'm not going to get to go watch Death from Above.
Yeah, maybe not. Oh, I forgot one noob. Probably maybe
gosh.
bigger than Root Ranger. WW3 Ultimate is probably the ultimate noob.
Oh my gosh, that guy just would not stop teaching. Like, I get along with him. I think he's a cool guy and all, but like, I just could not deal with how much he was complaining about like randomness. And I think when someone keeps like going on about this whole random thing, I don't know. It just makes me like get annoyed. Like, they have like
he's like that like guy with first world problems, right? He's like complaining about his issues as if he were Wyand,
right?
Getting Wyand RNG, but he's not Wyand and he's not getting Wyand RNG, but he's pretending like he is.
Like, he was complaining about not like about Discord scrambling Quana. It's like that's what the card does.
Yeah, he's got to be ultimate noob.
I think he just gets like caught up in the moment. That's what he told me. We love you, Wyand. How much we talk trash, we love you.
We're talking about WWW3.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Yeah. We hate W3. So.
Anyways, I'll
wait, hold on. I want to respond to what Civic said. I do not think the Mafia was unbalanced.
Okay.
Towards Town.
You think Town got lucky?
I think
Town got lucky.
Coffee and Mobian did not play that well. And then Submachine, the only reason he got caught was because of the Firefly.
Right. They even had like Hero get like mod killed.
Kuro did get mod killed.
Was there another mod kill in that?
No, that was the only one.
Okay.
Anyway, I removed Firefly from the game.
Lack of PMs really made my life harder. I will say.
Good. I mean, we don't want you to win that easily.
Get them out of chat.
Right. Wait till as long as I survive tonight, it's gonna get good. If it hasn't already for you.
Goodbye.
All right.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Did we cover the origin of his name?
Yeah, that was the first question.